We are often asked the question, can you file bankruptcy and keep your home and car? In my last Brandon's blog, I described the circumstances to answer the question, can you keep your house if you file bankruptcy in Canada? Here is the link to the blog. If I file for bankruptcy Ontario, will I lose my home? 2019 edition. In this blog, I will tell you what happens to your car when you file bankruptcy. Do they take your car if you file bankruptcy? Can I keep my car if I file bankruptcy in Ontario is also a common question. The answer is if you need to or want to and can afford to, then yes. Let me explain. The most common range of situations involving a person filing for bankruptcy and their car are: your car is leased. There is a car loan outstanding and is secured by your car. Your car is free and clear of any financing. Your car is owned by your employer. Your car is owned by your spouse. If your car is owned by your employer, then there is no issue. If you file for bankruptcy, your employment continues and your access to the company automobile also does. If your car is owned by your spouse, then it is not your asset and is not directly impacted by your bankruptcy. In the case of a leased auto, the car is owned by the lessor, not you. So again, your leased car is not directly impacted by your bankruptcy. However, if your car is leased, do you really need that specific car and can you keep up with your lease payments? If you fall behind in your payments, the lessor can retrieve its vehicle, bankruptcy or no bankruptcy. In the case of where your car is financed, whether it is owned by you or your spouse, the same question remains. Can you afford to keep up the payments as part of your household budget? Do you need that specific vehicle? Can you file bankruptcy on car loans? This may seem like an odd question, but in a manner of speaking, the answer is yes. The same is true if your car is leased by you. If you have decided that you can no longer afford the financing or lease payments and you don't need that specific vehicle, it is possible to return the car to the lessor or lender and have the fallout from that termination count in the debts caught in your bankruptcy. That is what I call filing bankruptcy on car loans. However, in order to do so, you must follow certain steps very carefully. What I always advise people who cannot afford to keep the car payments and are going to lose it anyway, is to return the car before they file either a consumer proposal or for bankruptcy. Then you must wait to receive notice of default from the lessor or lender and that they are accelerating their claim for the breach of the lease or the shortfall from the sale of the vehicle. The reason you have to wait is if you file a consumer proposal or for bankruptcy before they make this demand on you, they could take the position that their debt crystallized after you filed. The last thing you want is for their debt to be a post-filing claim. A post-filing claim is payable in full by you. So with some advanced planning and patience, it can be a pre-filing claim, caught in your consumer proposal or bankruptcy. If your spouse has guaranteed payment of your car lease or car loan, then this strategy may not be the best for you. The lessor or lender, in this case, would have the right to demand full payment from the guarantor. So, you may not have accomplished anything by doing this. If you choose to do this, but you do require a car, then you, your spouse, a good friend or your employer will have to arrange for a new auto for you that your family budget shows you can afford to pay for. As you can see, the decision is not a simple one. You must very carefully analyze your situation before taking any action. Will I lose my car if I declare bankruptcy if I want to keep the car I own? Not automatically. In bankruptcy, like with your home, the trustee is not entitled to your car. What the trustee is really entitled to is the equity in your auto. The trustee would rather receive cash representing your equity in your car, rather than taking possession of your car. Think about it. The trustee has to store and insure your car by taking possession and then selling your used car. It is much easier for your trustee to just accept cash, either a one-time payment or in regular monthly installments. The equity in your car is calculated as follows. Find your car's current market or black book value. The price you paid for your car is not the current value of your auto. Your trustee always runs a black book desktop appraisal of your car and can tell you what that number is. If you have a car loan and a lender registered security against the auto, you have to deduct the current amount outstanding on that loan. If you don't have any such financing, then you would not deduct anything. After performing this part of the calculation, move on to step 3 below. In Ontario, under the regulations to the Ontario Execution Act, RSO 1990, C. E.24, a person is entitled to an exemption of $6,600. So you need to deduct $6,600 from the amount you got in your calculation in number 2 above. If you end up with a negative number, there is no equity. If you get a positive number, that is the equity you have in your car. As I mentioned before, The trustee would much rather make arrangements with you to get that value in cash during your bankruptcy administration, rather than taking possession of your auto. Don't get me wrong. If you have a high-end valuable car, or you can't come up with the cash over time to pay the trustee or equity, the trustee will have no hesitation to take possession of your car. It just isn't the trustee's first choice to do so. So I hope that by now you understand why I say the answer to the question, will I lose my car if I declare bankruptcy, is if you need to or want to and can afford to, then yes. What will filing for bankruptcy do? As I have written many times in prior Brandon's blog articles, bankruptcy should be the last choice. Bankruptcy will allow the honest but unfortunate person to get financial rehabilitation. It will allow that insolvent person to re-enter society as a person free from their debts. Do you have way too much debt? Are you having trouble making your month-to-month expenses? Is your business having a difficult time managing its financial challenges that you simply cannot figure the escape of? Call the Ira Smith team today so you can end your stress and anxiety that your monetary we establish special for you. We will immediately return you right into a healthy and balanced trouble-free life. If so, call the Ira Smith team today. We have years and generations of experience helping people and companies searching for financial restructuring or a debt settlement strategy. As a licensed insolvency trustee, we are the only specialists acknowledged, certified and supervised by the federal government to offer insolvency advice and options to assist you to avoid bankruptcy. You can have a no-cost assessment now to assist you so we can fix your debt troubles. Call the Ira Smith team today. This will most definitely allow you to...
I hope you enjoyed the video. The Ira Smith team is available to help you at any time. We offer sound advice and a solid plan for starting now, so that you'll be well on your way to a debt-free life in no time. For more information on a no-cost basis, please visit our website or call us. Our website and telephone details are coming right up now.